Right, we have another one, quadratic, and we've got a totally different problem to try and form our quadratic. So you need to know a lot of your maths to be able to form these quadratics. So we've got a bag contains X counters, 7 of them are blue, takes a counter at random and does not replace it. Jill then takes a pound of bag, find the probability they both take, the probability that they both take a counter is 0.2. So we know that the first person's probability is going to be 7 out of X counters. Now that counter is not replaced, so the next one is going to be 6 out of X minus 1 counters. And what we do is to find the probability that both of them taking that out, so times those together, is equal to 0.2. Or actually a better way to write that is 1/5. Okay, will help us in the long run. So what we're going to do, we've got to try and simplify this. So we've got 7 times 6 on the left hand side is going to give us 42 over x times x minus 1 equals 1/5. Now a lot of students then simplify this by doing what they call cross multiply. Actually what you're essentially doing is you're multiplying both sides by this, then both sides by this. So I'm going to do it in those two stages because it develops better understanding. So I'm going to times both sides by x over x minus 1, so I get 42 equals, well I'm going to times the top of the fraction by that, because that makes it bigger. And then I'm going to times by the 5. 5 times 42 is going to give me 210. Something's looking good here. While I'm at it, I'm going to multiply these brackets out. X times x is x squared. X times minus 1 is minus x. So I take the 210 to the same side. And I have shown exactly the same thing. Right, we now want to calculate the value of x. Well, first of all, I'm going to have a bash at factorising. And how would I do this? Well, let's just consider 21, 10. Well, they don't differ by the minus one we need here. So 21 and 10 is not going to work. Let's try and think of something a bit closer. Well, if 21 and 10, that gives you 3 times 7 times 10 as your factors. Well, the 10 is also 5 times 2. 3 times 5 is 15. 2 times 7 is 14. 15 and 14 go into this, and they separate by 1. So let's try that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do x. I want a minus x. I'm going to make the 15 the negative and then the 14 the positive. If you can't spot to factorise this, then just use the quadratic formula and get it that way. Just spend only a couple of seconds trying to work it out. And therefore we can see x will equal either 15 or minus 14. And the number of counters can't be negative, so therefore x must equal 15. When you get your answer, always do put it back into the original equation to make sure it works. So x squared is 225, minus 15, 210, take away 210's, 0, it works.